finals. The finals is going to be this is probably one of the most coolest finals I could ask for that we've seen in a while.
Yeah, we don't see it too often. It's pretty cool that we are going to be seeing a team kill. We have some Psystorm on Psystorm action. It's cool that even though this is one of the teams, this is an older team, but they've also kind of taken a step back from StarCraft in recent times. It's cool that, you know, they're still like dominant, you know, they still have really good players on their team. So it's still cool to see them here performing.
Yeah, it's crazy that they're still relevant. Not that I think they shouldn't be relevant, but, you know, when you're kind of sitting back and just chilling, it's hard to have some good players on the team. And, you know, this Psystorm is still pretty strong.
Yeah, it's definitely changed over the course of the past like year. Basically, you know, they used to have a bigger like presence, they used to have a bigger team. Sugar used to be on it. I think he was like the team manager or the team captain as well, with all the players. I don't know if you remember, but they used to host Psystorm Cups as well, like offline lands. Obviously that's not possible anymore, but yeah. It's
Good
cool.
morning, Steel Mold. I don't know what you just said.
Good morning, Steel Mold.
What language is that?
That's Cyrillic, I think. No, not Cyrillic. What am I saying? It's Hebrew.
Hebrew?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, here we are, spawning on the macro map of macro maps. It is Eternal Empire Ladder Edition, spawning here in the right-hand corner. It is the player on the team that we just discussed, so I won't say it again. It is this crazy man who's fought all his opponents to make it here. Somehow, he is here in the finals. Not somehow, he actually deserves it. It is none other than Silky.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the American Zerg player, also representing Psystorm Gaming. It is JonSnow.
I don't know who I want to win here.
I feel like we keep talking about it. Like Silky's the favorite. He definitely is the favorite, but at the same time, it would be cool to see JonSnow, you know, take a win.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. I hope it's not a complete walkover. ZvZ is so... I feel like we were saying last time, like, it's not volatile, but it's explosive, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not a super crazy, like, all-in, win here, win there game all the time, but there are some key moments, like one Baneling Connect, or like one good Corrosive Bile, or just having a couple more roaches in your army that can completely change the tide of a game.
Yeah, ZvZ is a matchup where like little advantages can make big differences. And you could definitely argue that that's like that factors in with all mirror matchups, but I feel like ZvZ especially, it's like yeah. I
feel like ZvZ is more of a micro, like in the micros of a battle is more important than in the macros in some instances. Like Terran, you need your macro. You got a TVT, PvP, you got to have your buildings a certain place, certain way. But with the ZvZ, it's like, all right, get your lings out, get across the map, do damage.
Yeah, and it's a lot of it's like quick, you know, and we saw the previous game, right? And then you have like bird roaches versus like dropped roaches and stuff like that, and like,
Jesus, it's 5:25 a.m. for Steel Mold. That's nuts.
Mate, you gotta.
I don't know if I could watch StarCraft at 5:25 a.m.
Steel, you gotta learn to sleep in, okay?
Wake up at like 7 or something at least, man. Jesus. What time do you eat breakfast? At like 7 a.m., 6 a.m.?
Jesus.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine that lifestyle. It's bold. But I think we saw this before. Baneling Nest from both. Actually, 6 lings coming out here for Silky. Who's going to be the aggressor here? Silky has more lings right now.
Yeah, right now it's usually the time where, you know, both players are taking their thirds. We'll see if either one of them decides to try and pressure their thirds, and that kind of leads into Ling Bane wars. But at the moment, it looks like they're both kind of playing it safe. You know, they're just making sure they have Banelings at home defensively. They've got even walls going up, which I do like for Silky.
It's a scary place to have a wall, though, because in ZvZ, Lings are pretty fast. It's good to block from Banes, but you have to have a queen there at all times.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. As
Wildebeest, that's what time I wake up at. You guys are crazy.
Crazy. What are you doing?
Y'all are nuts. 7 a.m. is the earliest I could ever wake up.
I mean, I say that, but I've woken up at 6 a.m. before to cast StarCraft, so...
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, I'm pretty sure I woke up really early to cast something.
Yeah, it has happened before. But we do
I'll
see
do it every now and then. I won't
do see
it every day.
A couple of differences so far. JonSnow, he is getting +1 range, but his Roach Warren is a lot later. Meanwhile, Silky, his range is a little bit later, but his Roach Warren is a little bit sooner.
But the layer's about to finish for Silky also, so Silky could get +2 way faster.
Yeah, or he could do something
Unless
a little bit...
Does JonSnow already have a layer? He doesn't, right?
No
layer.
No layer.
It might be muted from Silky.
We could see something crazy.
JonSnow's going roach heavy. Is he... Yeah, look, 11 roaches. He just made 11 roaches. He's going all in on the roaches right now. He even canceled that other Evo chamber. And it was kind of scouted here. There's a lot of roaches. There's no layer, so that should be able to tell Silky something. He should be able to scout it right now with this Overseer.
Yeah, like...
I think that's what he's looking for, layer and drones.
And I like this. Silky, he immediately knows what's coming. He's throwing down some spines as well. And this is more all-in because JonSnow, he's doing this. There's no layer. There's no roach speed either. It's just slow roaches rushing out across the map.
Slow roaches, yeah. He has no layer, so he can't get, like you said, roach speed. He can't get upgraded up to +2 at all. Is he picking off this queen here for free with the wings? He's going to get the queen for sure, but these spines are going to finish, and I don't know if he's going to have enough here. The Banes are kind of useless here. He can target fire those down. He canceled them because he knows he has enough. Wow, very last minute cancel there.
Yeah.
Second, I should say. So this is kind of weird. Now JonSnow's going to have to go for mutas, I feel.
Yeah, he's backing off.
Knighted from Silky. Silky knows.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about because Silky, he went for a much earlier lair, so I was trying to think, like, what was it for? Like, was it for Nidus?
Yeah.
And it looks like it is. So he's going to be able to counterattack pretty soon. Meanwhile, JonSnow, he does finish up his own lair, and now he's playing catch-up. You know, he's getting roach speed, he's getting +2.
They're both getting overlord speed, though.
Yeah, I feel that
Silky got it, obviously, for his Nidus, JonSnow.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't invest the gas. Maybe he's going to do roach drops. I think that's what he's going to go for.
It's possible. Will he have enough time to? Because the first Nidus is already on the way.
No, he will not. He will definitely not. And I like this. He's putting the Nidus up over there. He's going to come to this position. So if he goes to attack the Nidus, cancels that base. Good call. If he goes to attack the Nidus, he'll push in. If he doesn't attack the Nidus, he gets to push in from 2 different positions or join his army. It looks like he's going to combine his armies and go for one big push. He doesn't want to get caught in this choke, but he has so many roaches.
Oh my god.
So much more army. 82 armies supply to 50. Silky's going to take game 1, I think. I hate to call it so soon, but just looking at this engagement, I've been here a million times. There's very slim chance that JonSnow wins this.
Yeah, Silky, he's going to back off into the Nidus, but that's because he's going right into the main base. There was a Nidus in the main. There's a Nidus being turned down in the third as well. So Silky, he's going to be bouncing in between. Yeah, all the bases. Fight. And it's so much more difficult because JonSnow still doesn't have roach speed, so it's going to be so much more...
He can just take this fight and end it. But he's not going to... He's splitting his army. I think he should just fight the roaches right now.
I mean, he doesn't... he doesn't even need to. He just backs off.
He kind of wins regardless. Yeah. Unless he loses all of his roaches here for absolutely free, he wins.
And
unless he just hits, like, stop and lets his units die.
There it is.
GG. Silky wins. That was a good play. I thought JonSnow was going to have it, but I feel like JonSnow should have gone for, like, mutas or something.
I don't think it would have come out in time. I think, like, because JonSnow, he invested in that early attack and it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, that early roach attack was weird.
Yeah. Because,
I wonder what prompted him to do that. Was that just his build, or was he... like reacting to something he saw?
It looked like that was his build. But because that did nothing, and because he invested so much in that, like the counterattack with the Nidus from Silky was just so strong behind that.
Yeah, that was a good Nidus, honestly.
You could even just see in the numbers, right? Like he just had so much more supply.
Yeah, I wonder how though. Like, what he went for upgrades, he went for layer, and then the Nidus. Like, how did he have more than JonSnow? It's not like he did any real damage to the economy. JonSnow just messed up by going. Actually, I said their names like 3 times as we're already in the game. Here we are. This is a best of 5 series because it is the finals here at Apprentice Cup number 10. Spawning in the top right-hand corner, Everdream, LE, Psystorm Gaming, Silky. The slated winner for tonight, as we should expect.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the American Zerg player down 0-1 in this best of 5. Can he bring it back? We have, representing Psystorm Gaming, it is JonSnow. So
yeah,
here
we are. It's a ZvZ finals. Quickest tournament we've probably ever casted, honestly.
Yeah, it's been pretty fast leading up to at least the second semis where we had a decently long game with Dolan versus JonSnow, but
I'm glad we got that. Like normally, it's like 9:33 p.m. my time, right? And normally we don't finish till 10, at least every Friday, but I thought we were gonna end super early, and I was kind of worried because I don't have anything else planned for tonight. StarCraft is my life. So interesting here. JonSnow going for a third. Silky only going for his second base here. JonSnow taking the greedy fast second, and Silky is gonna punish it with the quick. He went pool first, gas pool first.
Yeah. So Silky, he actually went for like.
Oh, wait, he went gas layer.
Yeah. He went hatch gas.
Hatch gas. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because of that, I think
from JonSnow.
Yeah, JonSnow, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get away with this because he went for a faster third base. He will have Lings out in time to defend his bases, so he should be fine unless we see Silky go like overly aggressive.
I was just thinking, what if you took the third base first and then took a fast greedy? Oh, he scouted it. Never mind. That was quick to be scouted.
Yeah, Silky.
But if you take that base first and then take your natural second, when the Overlord arrives, it'll think you're late and that you're gonna come across with Lings. But really, you're being greedy. I don't know, but here the Lings are showing up. A Queen coming out of that base. Actually, I guess he wants to spread the creep and defend it. 3 queens at once. Actually, that's a cool play.
Yeah, the problem with, well, not the problem, but like something that happens because JonSnow went for this is that his gases were delayed. So instead he opts for more queens for defense, which are more mineral heavy. And we'll see.
I feel like you missed out on drones also for this because 3 queens is not cheap.
Yeah,
it's cheaper to make a handful of Lings and then go back to droning. Metabolic boost is going to finish up here for Silky, and this will be Silky's opportunity to go in for an attack if he's ready, if he so pleases.
And it looks like he's getting ready for one. 12 Lings are on the way, so he's going to be Ling flooding this third base, looking to try and get some damage done, looking to try and get some worker kills, maybe even end the game. It is possible.
Defensive Banelings being morphed in. 2 is the magic number. When he sees this flood, though, it's going to avoid that Overlord, actually.
Yeah, it's going all the way around, and
won't be scouted in time. He needs to get more defensive Banelings, I think, like a 3rd and 4th. He's actually moving the Lings out of position, and this base, actually good position here. He is going to get a surround on the Lings, so to speak. Oh, good pick off right there. That was the perfect Baneling bust that he was looking for.
Wow, yeah, and these 2 Lings.
That was a game saver.
Yeah, that could have gone really badly. Like the Queen and all the Lings all the drones could have gone down, but JonSnow defends really nicely as he's transitioning into roaches. He's getting all his gases, he's getting +1 range, he's getting his roach warren as well. So JonSnow,
I think he's going to go all in on roaches again, but with upgrades this time.
Yeah.
Because he's getting the 3 gases, which is known for being what you get when you want to go roach speed roaches.
And this time he's getting a properly timed lair. It isn't late or delayed like last time. So he is looking pretty good going into this mid game. But at the same time, Silky, like, he has comparable like economy as well. I say that, but JonSnow, he's actually ahead.
Worker count.
Yeah.
I think due to him being greedy, he might have overdroned in my opinion. But I think if he just went just started getting roaches right now and upgrades, he could actually win with the same type of push he had last time, except these will be upgraded. He'll have a better economy. He'll have more.
Yeah. And a lot of it does come down to the fact that he was just able to defend so nicely against those aggressive lings. And
like, besides defending, like, you can defend and push your opponent back home, but not only did he push his opponent back home, he destroyed like 6 lings with 1 Bane, which helped. And I think a Baneling bust went over there on the side and actually got 7 workers, which now Silky's in the lead for workers.
And I actually do like this Silky. He's actually getting a fast 4th base, so he's trying to catch up in that greed. Even though his 3rd was later, now he's getting an earlier 4th. And
and he's going for the one with the special gas.
Yeah.
It's more dense, so it turns purple. Wow, they're just Baneling busting each other back and forth, but unfortunately, that got nothing done for JonSnow.
Yeah, only a single Bane connected, so nothing died for Silky. Meanwhile, we have some Dropper Lords with Banelings inside.
With Banes! Wow, this is next level. I guess Dropper Lords are like standard issue in ZvZ now. I gotta start throwing those in there like some parsley.
Yeah, both players.
They're going to counter their bells. This gotta be standard issue, man. Dropper Lords. I did see Cero, like, he did a stream recently, and he was using a lot of Dropper Lords, so I think maybe that popularized it. It's kind of weird that you can trace back popular trends in StarCraft to one person.
Yeah, it happens. You know, after Scarlet was really cheesy in GSL, like, all the Zergs like picked that up as well. Like,
well, StarCraft being a sport, we need something to talk about, and the cheesy plays that actually work and the tricks that actually work, those get talked about for the next week or two after.
Oh my god, and the Dropper Lords hit at the exact same time.
Oh god, how's it gonna go? And he actually... Oh my god.
He's reacting, he's not!
Oh, he's not! JonSnow is not fast enough, and another 2 Banes are coming in against JonSnow.
Oh god, he's still not reacting!
React. Oh, that's game. 15 workers went down. That is GG. Alright guys, you learned here. Drop him on the edge and walk him in. Don't try and drop him with the Dropper Lord. It's worth the extra micro. God, that was bad.
We'll see it. JonSnow, he still has 3 Banelings here in the corner. At any moment, he could dive in, but he has to kill 15 workers to try and equalize.
Yeah. And all probably, while losing Overlords and trying to defend against this Roach push. That is coming for sure eventually.
Yeah.
No one really transitioning out. I thought somebody might have gone Hydras by now. Oh, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. Oh, he got 6, 7. That's not enough, though. It was a good amount, though. He is even in workers just about now. So it was decent. It helps him out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he's in the best of positions right now.
He definitely needed something, and that's maybe good enough.
Oh, this is exactly what he needed right here, actually. That is a huge pick-off. Look at the army supply. He's only down by a good 10, 15 units. This is not good. He's attacking through the concave, eating corrosive bombs to the face.
Yeah.
And trying to deal him back. And his are actually landing, too. God, they're both just eating him like it's a Diamond League game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like JonSnow's ahead with the reinforcements, but he eats more bile hits.
Yeah.
But it
he
looks
should be
like
able to. He's got to get out of there. Reinforcements are gonna really screw him here.
It's gonna be difficult to break because of because of the defensive advantage, and it looks like
gotta do damage and go home.
He's going for it anyway, though, and he may be able to just break Silky's position.
Yeah. Wow, he is. I was going to say, even if he doesn't break this position, he's just slowly bleeding out and taking a favorable trade. Like, you know, tit for tat, roach for roach, he's winning the fight right here. So if he just keeps this up, even if he doesn't break him, destroying his base, bleeding him out little by little, forcing him back is good. But I think he actually might be able to break this. No, he's smart. He's going to go home. Don't get too greedy here.
But like, all you need to do, kill the base, then back off, right? Like, that's nicely done. Now JonSnow is ahead on bases.
Yeah, it looked like he just corrosive biled himself.
Yeah, he was. I think he was aiming for an Overlord. I think he ended up getting it, but
I don't. Yeah. Or was he? He's just freeing up supply. And he's going to go in here, and he does have the higher supply, 105 to 70. Now it's 90 to 70. The soup does not lie with minimal micro here. JonSnow is going to be able to take a game from Silky unless these reinforcements. Nope, GG. And we're going to go into another game here. It's not ace match yet. This is best of 5. Now they are all tied up. Next player to win a match is on match point. I knew this was the finals we all deserved.
GG. And I love that from JonSnow. Like he kind of read how Silky was going to open up. Like Silky was being pretty greedy with a hatch gas pool, and he took advantage of that, right? Like he went for a very fast third base, which you almost never see because early pools are pretty common in ZvZ. Yeah,
super common. I don't know what prompted JonSnow to do that. That was crazy and risky and ballsy, but I like it and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
When it doesn't work, though, it goes bad, real bad, and you look bad.
Yeah. We were talking about it when Intuition was playing, how Intuition, he was playing it very safe. But like a difference between like a good player and like a great player is like knowing when to take risks, knowing when to like go for things like that, going for that risky play, and it works out, right? Like finding those opportunities.
I'm happy it worked for him. That was fun to watch him win the game and not just get completely shut down 3-0'd here.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick. Now we're going to get into it. This is a tiebreaker here. Doesn't determine the winner, but it determines who has the lead here and on match point. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Nightshade Latter Edition spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. It is Psystorm's Gaming's. Actually, this man is also not just representing Psystorm, but America and 12 pools everywhere. It is Silky. It's the American way.
You know, as we were loading into this, I was about to say, yo, do you think Silky's gonna like rush like 100%. After losing? Yep. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Nightshade Ellie. Oh no, he's going for a hatch first. We have the American Zerg player also representing Psystorm Gaming. It is JonSnow.
Now, are drones being pulled with this? I don't think so.
We'll see. I mean, it wasn't a 13-12. Yeah, there's no gas.
He's going to pull the drones. There's no second base, no gas. He's pulling the drones. He has to.
Yeah.
The boys are being pulled. The boys are back in town, unless he's going for a second. He's going to go for a second base?
Is he?
Nah, man. What is this? This is very late.
Yeah, he's going for it. All right.
This is kind of all in. He's going to keep flooding Lings out.
So
he has to destroy that base.
Yeah, he as for a 12 full, bearing in mind this was a 12 full, you have to deal a lot of damage with this opener to make it worthwhile. There are a lot of different variants. There's no gases, which means there are no follow-up banelings. There's no follow-up link speed either. Instead, there is a hatchery. We'll see what this can get done. It gets spotted by the overlords. JonSnow, meanwhile, went for that hatch pool. Will he be able to hold on?
Wait, why is he so oversaturated in his main?
Yeah, he was being very.
He never took a gas. He never took a gas either.
He never took. Oh, he's pulling all the boys.
He never took a gas. He got to pull the drones. He's got 6 Lings on the way. I think he spotted it and never took a gas or canceled his gas, so we could have more Lings and drones and maybe even put down a spine. He did buy a lot of time here, and the Lings are out. 4 Lings are out. 4 more about to pop right now. I think he's going to be able to defend this.
He should, as long as the micro is good, he should be able to, and it looks like it is, as long as he doesn't lose too many workers. I don't think he's lost any.
Silky's gone back to droning. Okay, this is good for Silky here.
Yeah,
now it's not looking so good. He got a lot of Lings, but workers is what you're looking for. He got 2 workers off a 12 pool, and now JonSnow is ahead in workers by a few.
Yeah. We're in a kind of a weird.
JonSnow going for he's going for double gas.
Yeah, and I feel like he has to.
That's crazy.
We're in a weird position because JonSnow
I don't think Silky has no gas.
Well, because JonSnow didn't take the gas earlier, he needs to catch up in terms of that to tech up because we're kind of even.
Yeah. Well, he thinks he needs a double gas to tech up, but in reality, his opponent doesn't have any gas.
Yeah.
So one gas could still be more. I mean, he's taking a double gas now, but it's just funny that his opponent had no gas. JonSnow still went double gas first, and now JonSnow will be ahead because he got the double gas first.
Yeah.
Very interesting how it's all playing out.
Silky, I think because he was a little bit more afraid, he was focusing on getting his queens out defensively, instead of the gases. So
yeah, scared of the retaliation, and yeah, I was gonna say now they both have to wall off. I'm pretty sure.
So now the real question is, like, now that we're in this situation where the gases were delayed for so long, are we going to see a fast lair from any of these? Because we could end up seeing. Yeah, we could end up seeing like a wall off and then like into fast Mutalisks. We could be seeing like Roach play. Surprisingly,
no layers. I want to see a layer.
Yeah,
but I think if they're going layer, they completely wall off in the front. Both players only have a Roach Horn and one Evo Chamber, which leads me to believe, yeah, it's going to be speed Roaches or Roach upgrade +1. Silky still not going for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Or a layer.
I mean, both
He's
players.
Gotta go for something.
Yeah, both players are going for their Roaches, and they do have their Evos. Interestingly, Silky is going for Link Speed, which is a little bit of a waste. Like, even JonSnow isn't getting his Link Speed because...
Oh, and he's getting Baneling defense. I think he's going to Baneling Rush. He's going to Link Flood.
Yeah.
Not Baneling, just Link Flood. He's going to Link Flood with armor upgrades, which can surround and do more damage to the Roaches than they can do to the Lings. I think it takes like 3 shots now to kill a Ling with upgraded armor.
Part of me wishes that he got +1 melee instead, to be honest, if he was going to do this. Because armor is ideal against Banes, but there's no Baneling nest at all from JonSnow, so I'm not too sure about this decision.
Maybe he's just worried about taking more hits from the Roaches, because if he gets a good surface area, or maybe splits his Lings in different directions. But either way, I think any upgrade on the Lings plus the Ling Flood will be good here, because Roaches are fat and slow, kind of. So,
but they're in good positions though. The Sim City is quite nice. They're trying to reduce the surface area.
Much here. He's gonna be able to get good surround there. He actually was not backed into the corner, and it doesn't seem like there's enough Lings here, but maybe he can keep trying to mass more Lings. No, he's going with Roaches, so I guess this does, as long as he keeps them alive, it's a good little hit squad of Lings to have to run around with and try and cause damage, poke at your opponent. But he didn't get the damage he was looking for. I guess he was going for an upgrade that benefits Lings and Roaches. Because if you got melee, he'd have to fully commit to these Lings.
Honestly, this could be the end for Silky. Like, Silky, he needs to deal some damage with these Lings, which I do like, but the Roaches are already moving out across the map for JonSnow, and soon, just now, +1 range finish for JonSnow as well, so he will have that upgrade advantage. To be fair, though, Silky does have a decent amount of queens for transfuse. Is it enough, though?
He's not trans. There he goes. He does need to get his reinforcements here. They're about to pop in 3 seconds. And once those reinforcements come, I think he should be able to hold. He's going to go for a surround, which is a good call. Ling's being thrown in the mix, which will negate the attack range of... I mean, the upgrade will still be there, but they'll be attacking melee manually against the Lings, enabling them to shoot at the Roaches, giving Silky the advantage. And Silky with a great hold here, and I believe he isn't in the advantage now just due to the army count. 33 to 26.
Yeah,
Who knew armor would help so much?
that was really well done by Silky. He was able to hold on, and now he is on the counter attack. JonSnow, he should have enough to hold on and defend. Defender's advantage is so big in ZvZ just because of how hatcheries work and how your rallies work. So instead, Silky backs off and he's joining up instead.
I don't know if I'm reading too much into this, but I think the armor helps. Because attack helps you defeat your opponent faster, but if you're not going for the units, you don't need attack. So he gets the armor. That way, when he has Ling run-bys, he can attack the workers and take more shots while taking out drones. I don't know, just my theory. But also, while the Lings are attacking the Roaches, and it takes more shots of the melee for the Roach to take out the Ling, which allows the Roach to get more shots in on the Roach.
Yeah.
Just deep thought into the idea behind armor, because he is now getting +2 armor and +1 range. Silky, that is.
Yeah, regardless, like Silky, he is getting both upgrades, so he will have that advantage, especially since JonSnow, he does have, he just has one Evo, so he can only work on one upgrade at a time. So the army will be better for Silky regardless. And Silky, he's getting his fourth
armor 2 first before melee or before range 1. I've never seen that before, unless you're going like a heavy baneling early on, but I've never seen it at 8 minutes into a game. This is just nuts. You've seen no Hydras today. Actually, we saw Hydras versus Phoenix earlier, but other than that, in the ZvZ, no Hydra, no Lurker. It's been straight Roach Banes today. Good old-fashioned American Roach Banes.
Honestly, this is looking pretty bad for JonSnow if he doesn't take a fourth soon. Silky, his fourth is already done. He's already starting to drone it up. And JonSnow has been pretty passive. And he doesn't have a big enough army supply to warrant it either. Like,
or an upgrade lead,
yeah, like maybe if he was getting ready for a big, like, max out push, like, sure, then it's understandable. But
yeah, exactly. He needs to push, but he like you're saying, he doesn't have a bigger army. He has a bigger army now. Okay, there he goes. His army's pumping up. Silky's going for Dropper Lords. I think if JonSnow attacks right now, as the Dropper Lords have some army out of position, and they're even an army count, he should be able to technically win against Silky, but he's got to go now.
Yeah. It's just difficult because the army gap isn't that big. So by the time, like, how long it takes for the army to move across the map, and because
Silky can close the gap.
Yeah, and because of Defender's advantage as well, like Silky,
oh my god, Silky already has more army.
Exactly. Yeah, like he's droned up
and he's got
more.
The third hatchery for more larvae, so he can get like 3 more roaches out than his opponent, maybe even 6 with the injects, and on top of the Defender's advantage, this is looking bad for JonSnow, like you said. I'm just gonna repeat everything Light says and pretend like I'm a good captain. But here we go. He actually he's getting a good engagement, but the concave, I believe, is in Silky's favor. And even with the bad engagement from Silky, reinforcements slowly will clean this up. And Queens should join this here. At the same time, 7 drones went down on the opposite side due to that drop. It's getting cleaned up. Corrosive Biles, is JonSnow gonna break through this wall? No, he's not. Reinforcements show up, end it all. And I think this is the beginning of the end. JonSnow is trying to secure himself a 4th base, but at what cost? He already lost so many drones. The Roach, even the Dropper Lord got out of there with 1 Roach still in it. And it's going back in. I think it's almost.
Oh, he's going for the worker. He's trying to find an angle.
He's making sure JonSnow's on his toes.
So JonSnow does get pushed back. Again, Silky does have the upgrade advantage, does have more workers. I do like this though. We do have JonSnow trying to counterattack, trying to deal some damage, trying to pull Silky back, but JonSnow just needs to buy time. He needs to buy as much time as he can.
Man, I kind of wanted JonSnow to win this, but Silky's just so good. I mean, JonSnow's not out of this yet, but Silky's just a little bit more on point, and the soup does not lie. A big engagement here can change everything. Now, Silky or JonSnow does have a lot more Corrosive Biles, which can help out in the long run.
Yeah, and that's probably the one thing going for him. He does have Corrosive Biles available to him. Wow, Silky actually going for a Hydralist then behind this as well. So
I called it. I was like, we haven't had Lurkers or Hydras today, and here we go.
So even if Silky loses this engagement, he's going to have Hydras to reinforce.
Yeah. I think right now he just wants to buy time, keep JonSnow on that side of the map, keep him occupied so he doesn't scout the Hydras. And Silky is going now for an infestation pit. He's taking a terrible engagement here.
Yeah, JonSnow.
This is actually really bad.
And
he's on the run.
This could be JonSnow's opportunity.
No way.
If he cleans up his army,
yeah.
If he kills Silky,
this is a big opportunity.
Before the Hydras come out, like this could be huge. He just needs to keep going.
Look, he's making 15 roaches. The Hydra, he's not going to be able to make any Hydras right now. Roaches are cheaper, and Silky had to make 15 because his attack's coming. He can't make 10 or 8 Hydras right now. He needs a massive army. He's going to have to pull the boys here. He has to pull the boys, or this game is over. GG! JonSnow takes it. Oh, my God. See, that's what I mean by it's explosive. One bad engagement. And the game was over. We literally were just Silky won. He's got Hydras to back it up. He's gonna, and then one bad engagement. JonSnow just got some Crucibles down, got him in the concave, took him back home, finished him off, and it was done. Instantly switched. That was nuts.
Wow. Even though Silky, I checked, he did have an upgrade advantage at the end. He did, like, as that engagement was happening, he had more Roaches, but he didn't have enough Ravagers. And Roach Ravager just trades so much more efficiently compared to just pure Roach.
The Ravager Corrosibles, let's just talk about it. If they land, they're dealing more damage than your army is not having Crucibles. If they don't land, at the very least, you have to move out of the way, stopping a chunk of your units from firing, allowing your Roaches to get more shots off in that time. So every single Crucible that drops, he's just getting more and more ahead and denying the army from engaging and getting a better engagement for himself. And I'm pretty sure, though, in that engagement, all the Crucibles just landed because he was in such a concave there, he couldn't even get out of it.
Yeah, it was just a really awkward, a really weird engagement to take.
It was he pushed in at the wrong angle.
Yeah, and he didn't even need to. Like, he had just defended this big push from JonSnow. He was taking up behind it. To be fair, he was kind of close to maxed out, so he needed to get rid of Roaches regardless. But
not that much.
Yeah, not that much. He didn't need to just give away his
army. As soon as I saw
army.
that fight, I was like, this man has no Ravagers. Is he mad? And then he went in and he was mad. He didn't have enough Ravagers. He died. But man, what a game it has turned out to be. Here we have in the bottom left-hand corner, it is the man, the myth, the legend. He is playing for Storm Gaming. He's representing the United States of America, and he is the 12-pool master. We'll see if he can bring it back here. It is Silky.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Zen LE, we have the American Zerg player representing Storm Gaming. He is JonSnow.
I'm having the greatest time watching the chat react to this comeback.
Everyone's like, whoa! Like, JonSnow, he turned it around. He was behind in that game. He had taken a bad engagement. He was down in upgrades. He was down in tech. He was down in supply. But he was not supposed to win that one. At the end of the day, if you have the concave, if you have like the technically the better corrosive vials,
better micro. He had the better micro pretty much. The concave and the micro combined, that's all you need. What upgrade? What upgrade advantage? It don't mean nothing. If you got the concave and micro.
Exactly.
But it was also pretty crazy that he didn't pull the boys. Like, in that situation, it looked pretty dire. I'd rather lose 12 drones and have a higher army count at the end of that and go for a counterattack than as opposed to just losing straight up.
Or maybe just giving up the base, like not fighting there and just backing off and trying to buy as much time as you can.
I think he was already on the run, so JonSnow would just chase it down forever.
True.
I think you got to pull the drones in that scenario.
Or
like try to like stack that base and then attack with those drones once you get reinforcements, and there's more he could have done there. But man, what a comeback. And in my opinion, no offense, I think that was more of a throw from Silky than a comeback from JonSnow.
Well, it just goes to show that in this matchup, like, even if you have an advantage, you can't like just be overconfident. Exactly. Like,
we talked about it at the beginning of the game too. We're not just making these things up, folks. It really happens. Like, it's so like such little things like that. I mean, it actually is a huge thing, but you think like, oh, he's got way more army, way more supply, way more upgrades, way more tech. There's no way he loses us in a million years. And then he just got the concave, and that was it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this game is a lot more. It's pretty standard, you know. They're
it's more standard. It's standard to see the Lings attacking at the third, just to check your opponent.
Pretty much. Here,
so interesting variations. JonSnow sent all his Lings across, as to where Silky just sent 2.
Oh. Okay, we have 18 lings on the way for JonSnow.
JonSnow up a game, wants to end it right here. This is really unexpected, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He's getting a third base. It looks completely normal, but he skipped what? He skipped queens? What did he skip here?
Yeah.
How does he have this much money?
Well, the difference being that he did skip a couple queens. He isn't getting a Bailey Nest either, so that is what Silky will be having.
He's scouted right now. He scouts no queens, no gas being mined, no Baneling Nest with his lings, but it's too late. On the other side, he's got to get the Banelings here. No way! Is this how JonSnow takes the game off of Silky? There's no defense here. The boys are pulled. The queen goes down. 2, 3, 4 workers are going down. There's nothing here for Silky. I think JonSnow's going to choose his way to victory in very fashionable of the NA.
The Baneling gets focused. The queen's going to go down. It looks like...
Oh my god. The queens are so expensive now. He didn't do game-ending damage here, but that was hefty damage. He's going into a Roach War now, which is, I believe, the correct response. He's got to defend with the spine, and hopefully he can get some lings to defend here. But if he holds and he has this Roach Warren and he gets roaches out before Silky does, he should be able to win. The defense of this third base is the question here.
Yeah, like we're in such a weird position right now. JonSnow is ahead in workers. He's
grabbing the third.
Exactly. He immediately knows he's losing the third base. He walls off completely at his natural. He's already transitioning into roaches as well. Roaches are already on the way. So JonSnow, he's getting ready for the second wave.
He's even getting overlords with his leftover larva at the third base.
Yeah.
Which is a good call, because anything else you get would be stuck outside. He canceled one of the Evo chambers so the roaches could get out, and the lings try to take advantage of that, but 2 queens there ready, and they're going to try and poke back in. The roaches are going to completely ward this off. And now Silky is in the lead bases, but JonSnow getting a layer, getting roaches. I think, what does Silky do here? Does he drone up? Does he make strictly army?
He needs spines.
+1 will finish first.
He needs to realize what is happening, because JonSnow he's basically getting ready for like a massive push.
Yeah.
He's got +1 on the way. He's got range. Speed on the way as well. Yeah. To be fair, he is expanding, so I assumed he was going to go for like a big 2-base all in, but he's getting a third. We'll see how this goes for JonSnow.
Like Yaku said, how do you win ZvZ? Just concave. We've got to concave it up. But yeah, I think the good call here for Silky is to drone up heavily, maybe get some roaches. If he can spot this, which he should be able to, he needs spines. He's probably going to have some extra minerals. He needs to throw some spines down and play defensively. He already droned up too heavy. You can't like counter roach him at this point. You need a defensive roach, defensive spine. But that's if JonSnow goes for a push out, which he needs to make up for that third base.
It's definitely on JonSnow to do something. He knows that he's down on bases and workers, so he has to deal some kind of damage, whether it's bird roaches or like dropper lords or something, right?
Yeah. Some Bane. He doesn't have a Baneling Nest, but something. He's going for the Spire, but the Overseer's coming in right now as we speak, and it's going to instantly scout it. Wow, Silky's good.
That's such a bad timing to throw down a Spire. It gets immediately scouted.
It's a good time to send in an Overseer.
Yeah. Now,
I think Silky should fake it, cancel it, make mass roaches, and go across the map.
That's what I mean. JonSnow, I'd be surprised if he commits to this, especially since he got scouted. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine it's going to deal a lot of damage.
It could just make 3 to 4 mutas for map control to get rid of the Overlords. Because look at all the Overlords going across the map. That's kind of a bad idea from Silky there. Yeah, he's calling him back.
Yeah.
I was like, Silky, man, you're really like, hey, mutas are coming. Let me spread my Overlords all over the map.
Yeah. So I do like it. You know, it is nice that he is pulling everything back. We'll see how much these mutas can get done as it looks. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, good. Nice. I love it.
All right.
But he's going right back in for the scout.
He spots it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Silky with the God tier scouting. What? Who does that? How does he know the timing?
He knows. Who doesn't know?
He has to know, like, okay, Aspire take. And that was good, though, by JonSnow. He contaminated the Evo chamber here. Did he stop any upgrade? He stopped +2 from coming, which is huge. Those things last like what, 25 seconds or something? 20 seconds?
When that happened, he actually canceled it and started making +2 on his second Evo.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's smart. I guess it depends on how done it is.
Yeah. Right. And now that he knows it canceled, immediately all the Overlords are coming out.
And he has Overlord speed, so now he's gonna see everything. Wow. that scouting was tremendous. He had to know, like, okay, a spire goes down, it takes 1 minute to go up, so I'm gonna go back in and scout in 45 seconds, and he saw it canceled. Holy crap, I could never be that good.
Yeah, he's even going in again.
He went in again. Like, did he put the spire back down to triple cross me?
That would have been a big brain play, to be fair.
Yeah, it would have been remake the Yodaslim. I would have kept it and gone like just a couple to take out overlords.
Yeah, it can definitely be worth it just to kill all the overlords, but
JonSnow does have the supply.
He does have the better supply. He does have Ravagers, but so does Silky.
Yeah, I like the army composition. I mean, not composition. Spread here for JonSnow. He has his roaches in front. I guess now Silky does, but he didn't at first. And now it's a matter of the micro. It is the roach micro battles who will reign supreme here. And by rain, I mean corrosive biles all over their opponents, right in the face. Boom! Silky's taking it. JonSnow was not taking it till now. He's getting them all in the face.
Oh,
and the concave here. The concave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and he's got like a semi-surround. He's got like reinforcements coming in from behind
as well. JonSnow, did it pay off? He's got more Ravagers. He's got more corrosive biles. The third base is abandoned. The Ling and the drones are going down. He's gonna corrosive bile all of these overlords here if he knows what's good for him.
Is he gonna take down the tournament favorite?
Oh my god.
Right now.
Oh my god. He's gonna take down Silky. What fashion, what pizzazz. The boys are pulled. They're put back. They're not pulled. They are pulled. They are not. They stay back. He's getting the larva. He's not even going for the roaches. The boys are pulled again. And now the corrosive biles rain down. That base is hanging on by a hair. One corrosive bile and it's done. And this is game.
Yeah,
this is game with this corrosive bile. GG. Somehow JonSnow took it. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is the NA ZvZ we deserved. JonSnow, you freaking madman. JonSnow needs a raise immediately for that team kill. He showed no mercy, not even for his teammate.
Not at all. He was down as well. These were 2 games where JonSnow was in a pretty rough position.
The comeback king. Jesus.
Oh my god, who even needs a third base? He lost his third base that game. He was down in workers. The Spire got scouted. He had to cancel it as well. But at the end of the day, it's all about those Ravager biles. Like
it's all about the concave.
The concave. The concave.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, the Ravagers really help.
It's all about the Roach Ravager engagement, I should say.
Yeah, it's all about the micro. It's all about the micro, baby. But that was crazy. He was playing kind of like Dark, if you ask me there. Dark is real good at playing from a deficit, I think, and that was nuts. He somehow brought back the last 2 games for the ultimate W comeback, and now he is the champion of Apprentice Cup number 10. Now, if you guys were happy, enjoyed that, had fun, you can still use the Matcherino code. Maybe it might be all used up. They're going like hotcakes. ! Matcherino in the chat. You get a code, you get a link, you put 2 and 2 together, and you donate money on behalf of you to the pot, which is going towards both players because the money is divided up in this fashion exactly as I read the rules. First place is getting $50 plus 20 points. Second place is $10 plus 15 points. And the other players get just points. But yeah, 15 to the first prize, second place. So both of these players are going home in money. As well, they deserve. Silky and JonSnow played great, but I'm really happy JonSnow won. Like, I don't ever see him win anything. I don't watch him much. I don't get to see him in tournaments too often, let alone cast him, let alone casting him winning a tournament. That was nuts. That was very nuts.
We always look at JonSnow and we kind of see him as a player who maybe already peaked earlier on in his career, and nowadays like we do look at Silky as the best NA Zerg player. And I'm even checking now a little bit of history between them. Silky 3-0'd JonSnow in NA Apprentice Cup number 9, and he 2-0'd him as well in a previous tournament in 2020. Like, this is the first time that JonSnow has been able to take him down this year.
JonSnow, he must be coming up or something. He must be really practicing out there.
Yeah,
because Silky does not look like he's rusty or anything by any means. Silky looks as on point as ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, his macro, like his style in general has been looking
scouting.
Yeah,
but that scouting didn't help.
Well, that's what I mean, right? Like, even though he was so on point in so many different aspects, like at the end of the day, like it was all about the engagements, and that's where JonSnow shined.
Yeah. I never thought about it. That's funny though. Yaku said, "Time to make another boomerang trophy," because he's a comeback king. Always coming back.
Yeah, yeah. That's a reference and a half. So,
where's that from?
Here at CranKy Ducklings, we have like annual like trophies and awards that we do for our tournaments, and one of them
I love CranKy Ducklings.
One of them's the comeback king, and in MS
oh no way.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. And the trophy's a boomerang trophy.
Yeah. He he made it in MS Paint as well.
Rip. I don't think Microsoft Paint exists anymore to an extent, but nonetheless, it was going to be a quick tournament, turned into a decently long tournament. We did go plenty of games in the finals. That was great. That was sick. Appreciate the people who shared. What was it? Turbo Quacker who gifted subs, and everyone else who was in the chat. That's like the sickest part. Everyone talking, conversing. I love seeing y'all's reaction to that comeback. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. And congratulations to JonSnow as well, and to Psystorm. You know, regardless they won.
Yeah,
they lost.
Regardless, they're winning. Like that's the best case scenario. Is the finals is 2 of your players. Either way, your team's going home with the W.
Yeah.
So that was good. And you know, JonSnow, enjoy your win. You deserved it. Get you something real nice with that $15, and hopefully he's encouraged to join more tournaments. Maybe he's feeling on point. Maybe this quarantine's been good to him in his game.
I would hope so. I'd love to see more of JonSnow. I'd love to see him not just in NA Apprentice, which you know he has been playing in pretty regularly, but
maybe he could join Battle of the Americas tomorrow. Wink, wink. Livestream Gaming.
Yeah, a little bit of a plug, but we will be casting Battle of the Americas here tomorrow, which is a little bit similar to this tournament, except it is also open to Latin American players. Yeah. Really, that means Cham and Special can play.
Yeah, that means Cham and Special can play, and as well as like Scarlet could play, but you know she's not big on that stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, as it is pretty early for Korea, I'm not too sure what her sleep schedule is like, but
yeah, I mean, Special played, and he's in Korea also.
That's true. Yeah.
Why doesn't who's the other Korean person that was helping Special? I forgot his name. He's been working with Scarlet. I mean,
Jake, No Regret.
He's on. Yeah, No Regret. There you go, Jake. Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't play in these tournaments. That seems like it'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I know that he's kind of taken a step back. He isn't as much of a player as he used to be. He's more of a coach, but
it's unfortunate. But still, you know, if any good players out there listening, maybe even bad players, sign up. Everyone sign up. It's open for anyone. So y'all should join for sure tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, before we do head off, of course, we will be live in, as I quickly check, Team Liquid, I think in 6 hours?
6 hours? It's usually 6 hours. You usually have just enough time to watch GSL, which is about to start here soon, I believe.
Yes.
It's gonna start like in an hour?
GSL starts in 45 minutes, and Grand Platypus Open, which will be hosted here in this channel, starts in 4 hours and 45 minutes.
There you go. You got your StarCraft for the evening, day, or afternoon. Get you some GSL in, and then go to the real meat and vegetables of StarCraft, the underground. Go watch the CranKy Duckling stream. I love the CranKy Duckling stream. All types of sick games. And thanks for having me, Light. Appreciate you letting me cast with you again.
Always.
This one was good.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody who comes and watches the streams. You guys can follow me if you would like on Twitter. I have a meme account. That's not really a meme account, but I tell jokes on Twitter and just retweet funny stuff that happens. So you can follow me on Twitter, Yoda_Slim. I also stream now and then on Twitch, and I'm also on Instagram. It's all Yoda_Slim. But definitely follow CranKy Ducklings. That's the most important part. What about you, Light? Where can they find you at on the socials of medias?
Yeah, Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. Pretty similarly, you can find me there. I'm usually tweeting about, you know, when I'm live casting or if I'm streaming. I do occasionally ladder as well. But yeah, more importantly, follow the Twitch channel, CranKy Ducklings, on Twitter as well. We're live almost every day. We've got StarCraft today was 2 times a day, you know, here with NA Apprentice, later on with Grand Platypus Open. So yeah, we're live with a lot of StarCraft, and we'd appreciate it.
And if you guys support StarCraft and the American scene, Latin America, North America, any sort of American scene, you got to support CranKy Ducklings. They are the staple for really all over the country, but you know, world, not country, but you know, CranKy Ducklings is just helping out. So support CranKy Ducklings if you want to support StarCraft.
Yeah. We don't just do Battle of the Americas and NA Apprentice Cup. We also do Sentimental Latino, which is Latin American. We also do Spicy League whenever that's a thing. And we're also going to be casting NA Contender when that starts up in a week or 2. So
yes, look at that. Plenty of content for you guys. So make sure to follow, subscribe, check the Instagram, YouTubes, and Twitters. All CranKy Ducklings. There's VODs, all types of cool stuff, man. But other than that, appreciate everybody watching. I guess we will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully, for Battle of the Americas, or later on tonight for the other casts that are going on.
Yeah. And of course, stay tuned as we will be raiding another StarCraft 2 channel. We're actually going to be raiding Pili Pili today. So
nice, cool guy, real cool guy.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate y'all watching. Peace out, everybody.